long before Egypt built its pyramids, before Greece told its myths, there was Sumer, the first civilization on Earth. They invented writing. They built cities, temples, and kingdoms. They gazed at the stars and asked questions we still don't understand. Then, almost overnight, they vanished. This is the story of the world's first civilization and its unsolved mystery. It began in the land between two great rivers, the Tigris and the Euphrates. Today, we call it Iraq. 5,000 years ago, it was a miracle of life carved out of the desert. Here, the Sumerians learned to tame the floods, to turn dust into farmland and chaos into civilization. Uruk, Lagash, names carved into clay tablets, each city ruled by its own god and king. Their walls rose high, their streets alive with trade, music, and worship. Ziggurats, step pyramids of baked brick, reached toward the heavens. They weren't just temples. They were stairways between men and gods. The Sumerians gave us one of humanity's greatest inventions, writing, cuneiform, simple wedge-shaped marks pressed into clay. At first, it counted grain, sheep, and taxes. But soon, it told stories, recorded laws, captured dreams. Through these clay tablets, the voice of the first civilization still whispers to us. To the Sumerians, every force had a spirit. Anu, the god of heaven. Enki, the god of water and wisdom. Inanna, goddess of love and war. Each city belonged to a god, and every king ruled in their name. They believed their cities were reflections of heaven, built in clay, blessed by stars. Among their tablets lies humanity's oldest epic, the Epic of Gilgamesh. A story of kings and monsters, of friendship and loss, of a man who searched for immortality and discovered that even kings must die. It's the first time humanity asked, "What does it mean to live?" Then, the rivers turned against them. Floods came without warning. Wars broke out between cities. The soil that once fed thousands turned to salt, and the gods grew silent. By 2000 BC, Sumer's cities were abandoned, its language fading, its ziggurats swallowed by sand. For 4,000 years, Sumer was forgotten. Then, in the 1800s, explorers digging in Iraq uncovered something strange. Clay tablets covered in mysterious marks. When they were translated, the world was stunned. Sumer wasn't myth. It was real. The first civilization had been found again. But the deeper we dig, the stranger it gets. Their star maps show planets invisible to the naked eye. Their laws inspired Babylon, Egypt, even Rome. How did they know so much, so soon? Did they inherit knowledge from a lost world before them? Or did time simply erase their teachers? No one knows. Sumer's silence remains unbroken. Sumer was our beginning and our warning. They built the blueprint of civilization and vanished before the rest of the world began. Every empire that followed, Egypt, Greece, Rome, walked the path first laid by Sumer's hands. But maybe their fall wasn't the end. Maybe it was a message from the first people who ever looked up at the stars and called themselves human.